from minds of the people. They walk like they talk like they're tell.
Hi, my name is Dakota Gartner, and I'm here today to teach you a class about lyrical healing and creative expression. So, in general, I think that songwriting is one of the most healing things that I've ever been able to experience. Ever since I figured out how to put melodies, lyrics, and progressions together, I have been using it as therapy more so than anything. The first thing about songwriting that I think that we can all relate to is the fact that there are songs that are meaningful and remind us about various moments in our life. So whether it was a graduation or a wedding, a song that reminds you when you were feeling sad, a song that reminds you of the happiest moment of your life. There's so many different songs out there by so many different artists that are inspiring and give us the ability to relate so that we are able to process various emotions. What I like to do is I'll create a melody via singing, whistling, or humming. And as I'm creating a melody, I try to apply words to it. While you're doing that, it's good to think about a topic or a theme that you're feeling and that you'd like to write about. And this is something that may have already started as you were journaling, but hey, maybe you're just really having a hard week and so you're sad or you're angry, or maybe you're having some of the best days of your life and you're super happy, or you're in love. These are all different things, and there's a million different songs that are written for all the different topics that people feel on a daily basis. And so coming up with a topic or a theme makes it so that you have the ability to then move forward and write a song that has that really means something for you. And it's something that you can go back on and remember, oh, that day I was feeling sad, so I wrote these lyrics that really were actually coming from my heart. So when it comes to lyrics, I think that it's something that people are very worried about, but it's also something that can be extremely easy. Like if you play guitar, if you play piano, even if you just have a drum and you want to make a rhythm. Maybe you don't play an instrument, but you have a friend who plays guitar, piano, another instrument, and you're inspired by some of the things that they're able to come up with when you get together. That's a great way. Co-writing is some of my favorite types of songs that I've ever written. I found myself in writing songs with other people. And then finally, you have the ability to go and look up all different types of songs, melodies, or progressions that are just instrumentals on YouTube or online. If it's something that you feel that you can write to, then I would encourage you to try and do that. So for me, I like to write my progression, and then I'll make a melody on top of that, and then I'll write lyrics to the melody. Some people write lyrics first and they're completely inspired and they're able to hear the music or the melody and everything else from there. So like I said, I would encourage, and I think that every songwriter does try every different method of writing a song so that you're able to experience it in different ways. And that's one of the most beautiful things about this skill. I've been playing on an E minor and an F and C. And what I like to do is kind of just strum on those chords or that progression and try and find inspiration where I can come up with a melody with a stream of consciousness. So from there, I can kind of come up with some kind of melody that's really going to fit the progression that I'm playing. So for me, it is la 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 la. Go ahead and choose any vowel sound. La 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 la. So I kind of have a melody that I'm really enjoying. So this is where it gets to a point where you can try and apply lyrics. Once again, here's my riff. Then I add my melody. La 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 la. La 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 la. So, those are just words that came up to my head, but at the same time they worked. And from there, I can really figure out the direction that I want to take the song. So this kind of goes back to what we were talking about in choosing an overall theme, emotion, coming up with something that you're feeling so that you can write it down from there. And really, that's kind of, this is songwriting. This is the beginning of songwriting. And all you need to do from here is practice. Pick up your instrument. Pick up your notebook. Do the work that's going to help you feel good. And it's not always going to be easy. It's like exercising. You have to challenge yourself to try to do something that is going to put your mind in a place that is really going to either, enhance a positive moment or help you to recognize a negative moment, feel what you need to from it, and then discover the types of practices that you need to make in order to get through it. Sometimes you just need to experience your life in order to be able to find the content that you need to get out in order to make that creation or write that lyric or build a song, come up with a melody. There's going to be days where you're not going to be motivated and you're not going to feel completely ready to do all of these different things, and that's completely okay. But make sure that you are trying to utilize the tools that I'm talking about today so that you can figure out a proper approach to really inspiring yourself to do something that gets you into a positive state of mind. Just a reminder of that is, first, be inspired. Find music that inspires you. Find art that inspires you. Be inspired by every single day. Second, have a journal and write in it. From there, try and come up with some melodies. Hum, sing, whistle. Once you have a melody, or if you are writing in a certain way, try and write about topics and themes that are really meaningful to you. From there, you can really bring it all together by finding instrumental progressions or riffs that you can lay melodies on top of with lyrics in order to create a song. And before you know it, you're going to be writing songs better than you could even imagine. I encourage you to do this practice every single day and really draw upon the tools that you learn along the road for inspiration. Have a great day.